Now at 8 o'clock, we're tracking a breaking news alert out of Houston, Texas this morning. Police there say 8 people were shot to death overnight. That report's coming up next.
A woman suffers life-threatening injuries overnight after being hit by a van in Lexington. The details on the crash in a live report.
And Lexington firefighters say a busy road will be shut down for the next few days because of a building collapse. That story plus much more in just a few minutes here on WKYT this morning.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It is 8 a.m. on your Sunday. Hope it's off to a good start. I'm Sean Moody.
Happy Sunday. I'm Michelle Chamberlain. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, Mike's telling us maybe some cold air's coming in.
Yeah, a little bit cooler air. I mean, it hasn't been that hot a summer, but I'll always take lows in the 50s. That sounds great. Let's check in with Mike right now. He's in the First Alert Weather Center. How's it looking there, Mike?
Well, Sean and Michelle, we'll have to wait at least 24 to even 48 hours for things to really cool down. But ahead of that cooler air, there's still plenty of moisture out there. And right now, if we look to First Alert Defender, you might see this and think, oh no, it's raining in central Kentucky. Well, that's actually the fog at the surface that the radar is picking up on this morning. Still a little hazy, although we have certainly seen signs of improvement here in Lexington. This is our live sky camera overlooking Winchester Road. Earlier this morning, the fog was quite dense and visibility was close to about a mile, but again, that has slowly begun to improve. Southern Kentucky, though, still close to about a mile of visibility, although about 15 minutes ago, Pulaski County was close to zero, if not even half of a mile. So improvement has certainly occurred so far this morning. But it looks like we're in store for yet another warm and humid, normal Sunday. But as Michelle mentioned, we are looking at cooler air coming back to Kentucky. And it looks like it could make it feel more like fall than summer. I'll break down that temperature shift coming up in about 10 minutes.
Thanks, Mike. We'll get to the latest on the crash in Lexington in just a bit. But first, WKYT is tracking a breaking news alert out of Houston, Texas this morning. Police there are reporting that 8 people, 5 of them children, were found dead at a home overnight.
Our affiliate station in Houston says police there got a call of an active shooter around 11 o'clock last night. They say a SWAT team went to the home and a man surrendered. Then the SWAT team found the victims. It's not clear right now exactly what the relationship is between the suspect and those victims right now. We'll have more on this story as it develops.
New this morning, a woman is recovering from life-threatening injuries after police say she was hit by a van overnight.
Yeah, this crash happened at around 10:30 on Richmond Road near Old Todd's Road. WKYT's Mark Barber is there this morning. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Sean. Police are not releasing many details about this case yet, but officers are saying that the woman was rushed here to UK Hospital in critical condition after she was hit by that bus. Now, the woman was heard around 10:30 last night when police say she stepped in front of a church van on Richmond Road near Old Todd's Road. Investigators tell us she was not using a crosswalk. The road was shut down for hours as crews worked to clear the road. This morning, it is back open again. Now, we do have calls into police trying to get updated information this morning. Now, at this time, we have not heard back from them, but as always, as soon as we do, we will keep you updated right here on air and online. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you. Also new this morning, Lexington police say alcohol was a factor in a wreck near the Madison County line overnight. That crash happened near the Proud Mary Barbecue Restaurant on Old Richmond Road near the Kentucky River. Police say a man was driving and crashed into a rock wall. Firefighters had to cut him out of his car. Now, officers believe the man was drinking before getting into the car. Fire officials say speed and weather were factors as well.
It's foggy out, and you have to slow down and drive according to road conditions.
That victim was taken to UK Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. It's unknown right now if he'll face any charges for the crash.
A building collapse is under investigation this morning in Lexington, and police say that collapse will lead to a lengthy traffic impact on an important roadway. Firefighters were called to an empty building at East 3rd and Race Street Saturday evening. Officials say no one was inside during the collapse and no one was hurt. The cause of the collapse is under investigation. Fire officials say what's still standing needs to be torn down because of the risk of another collapse. They say the street around the building will have to be blocked off for several days. Neighbors believe despite the traffic impact, the collapse could be a good thing.
It would be wise for them to build something constructive. It's an eyesore. It needed to be torn down.
Investigators say the building's age may have been a factor in the collapse. A woman had to get taken out of a Lexington home through a window after a mercury spill. This happened Saturday on Greenbrier Road. The couple that lives at the home say they just moved in, and while they were unpacking a box, a thermometer used for baking broke and spilled mercury. A home health nurse noticed the mercury when she was vacuuming, and she called 911. The woman at the home had to be taken out through a window because firefighters say she's bedridden. The man says that nurse saved their lives.
Crystal could have saved my life, more so saved Gay. She's the one that's got the lung stuff going on, all that. And really we're very fortunate to have her here because it was almost happenstance that she's working with us right now.
The couple will have to find another place to stay until crews can clean the home. Crews say the vacuum may have spread the mercury around the house.
New this morning, what started off as a burglary has turned into a murder investigation overnight in Louisville. 22-year-old Deontay Yarnell told police he came home on Friday night to find two men breaking into his home. Instead of calling police say Yarnell later told them he chased the men while shooting at them. Police say Yarnell shot and killed one of them, but the other one got away. Now, later that morning, police charged Yarnell with murder. Officers are still looking for the second person who he said was burglarizing his home. Frankfort police are still trying to solve the murder of a man found dead inside an apartment. Late Friday night, police identified the victim as 66-year-old Thomas Ellison. They say Ellison was found dead inside an apartment complex on Deepwood Drive. Police haven't said exactly how they think Ellison died, but they have called it a murder. They've asked for tips from the public on Facebook.
The Laurel County coroner has identified the man killed in a crash Saturday afternoon. The coroner's office says 69-year-old Maynard Patrick from Williamsburg swerved into the right lane and rolled his car several times.
For some unknown reason, it sharply veered to the right, then swerved back to the left, and started overturned very violently 4 or 5 times before coming to rest back on its wheels, facing northbound in the just off the passing lane.
Deputies had to shut down all lanes of 75 southbound near mile marker 33 Saturday afternoon. The road has since reopened. Deputies say no other drivers were injured. Tomorrow, family, friends, and fellow state troopers will gather to remember a Kentucky State Police sergeant killed in a crash. Sergeant David Gibbs was killed Friday in LaRue County, south of Elizabethtown. Troopers say Gibbs was driving down Highway 210 near the Greene County line when he lost control of his cruiser on a wet curve and hit a Jeep going in the other direction. Gibbs' visitation will be tomorrow afternoon from 4 to 8 at Brown Funeral Home on College Street in Elizabethtown. Visitation will continue on Tuesday from 9 a.m. to noon. His funeral will be Tuesday at 1 at Severns Valley Baptist Church.
It is 8:08 in your Sunday morning, and we are just getting started. Coming up after the break, a reunion almost 10 years in the making.
How a family from Tennessee found their dog in a Colorado home almost a decade later. That story next.
A mostly sunny yet hazy start so far to our day here in the Bluegrass, but we're really not going to be feeling much warm for much longer. Cooler temperatures on their way, and I'll show you how much cooler we'll go coming up.